came up and said, "How are you?" and you had no idea who that person was, kind of awkward. But it happens to all of us, and more than once, because reality is that we don't remember everything, we forget things. And the question must be asked, why? Why did Hashem create the world in such a way that we don't remember everything? Wouldn't it be easier for us to live our lives remembering everything? Well, the simple answer is no. It is precisely the power of forgetfulness that gives us the opportunity to continue our daily routine. If we were to remember every single detail, we couldn't really live on. Think of it. If we could remember every single insult from our spouse or friend, would we be able to keep in touch with them? If we wouldn't forget yesterday's failures, where would we find the strength to start tomorrow? So it's been proven also in research that forgetting things, forgetfulness, it helps us carry on with our life in decision making of the next time, and it's a good thing. But at first, it seems that matter of forgetfulness is irrelevant for us as Jews, because we are constantly remembering things. The foundation of our lives as Jews is to remember what was in the past and live on. So one must ask, is there a place for forgetfulness in Judaism at all? Well, it seems that there's a very important place for forgetfulness in Judaism, and that is to help us forget the non-important things, to forget the reality of the present, and help us rise to more superior concepts. Let's explain. Almost everything in this world is forgotten over time. The least important things get forgotten quite quickly, and the more important something is, it takes longer to forget it. But in Judaism, we have some beliefs that not only do we not forget them, but the more time goes past, they become more important, more meaningful. Just like wine. The more time passes, the better the wine gets. Now, whenever we need to remember these things, these faiths that get better with time, the Torah commands us to do it while drinking wine. We need to want to remember Maaseh Bereshit, because we do Kiddush on Shabbat with a cup of wine. We want to remember Yetziat Mitzrayim. So there's one night a year that we remember Yetziat Mitzrayim in the best way with 4 cups of wine. Now, why do we do that? Because the wine, it dims the dimension of time. It is as if when we drink wine, the clock is ticking faster. So the non-important things, they get forgotten quicker. I mean, someone who drinks enough wine won't remember his own name. So we use the wine to help us forget the non-important things, so that our mind is free to remember the basic faiths of Judaism. Now, the greatest amount of wine that we drink throughout the year is on Purim, because Purim has a very high principle and faith that we need to remember and live by. And that is that even in the most darkest of times, in the Galut, when the Goyim are celebrating with the temple vessels, and Esther is locked in Achashverosh's bedroom, even though Hashem is always there, Hashem is behind the scenes, He's looking after us, He's going to save us at the end. We're never alone. He's not going to let anyone harm us in such a way that we won't be able to get out of it. So Purim is all about a day of remembrance. And our way of remembering the great faith is by forgetting the little details, the unimportant details of our life. So let's have a great Purim. L'chaim.